Well, Daybreak newspaper says Guta slams utility tariff hikes. NPP sets up 9-member committee to review constitution. In the barracks with Parkwisi, persecution of targeted military officers. And it has a picture of Dr. Edward Omane Boama, Minister of Defense. I'm sure that's an editorial. We'll see what the details are. Blocking of appointments to peace support operation. Chumesi dropped Agbemafle in Osai drop Nanjo in. Okay, so in and dropping. Interesting. Now, the triangle of blocking of appointments to peace support operations. Chumesi dropped Agbemafle in. Osai drop Nanjo in. So if there's drop by your name, they know that no, they are not part of the list. The triangle of Natoshi, Joseph Siao Ejepong, Madame Frema Opari, and the drip equipment probe. Sounds like an interesting one. And that's it for the Daybreak newspaper.
Sixtus?
I have the Daily Democrat newspaper and a banner headline screaming, Mahama storms Kweu for business forum. Government takes over Damang Mines operations. KGL is the most accomplished LMC in Africa. And government signs fund management deal with ARB Apex Bank to support women and youth in agriculture. That's it.
I'll take you to the New Republic newspaper. On the front page, some interesting revelations. CJ and ex-boss slapped with travel cash probe. Now listen to this. Taxpayers footed bills for family vacays, not security. CJ owes $14,000. Auditors demand cash back. Daughter's flight upgraded, costing thousands more. That's what the New Republic is saying. Also on the front page, Yohunu under fire in Boko as faction demands Seidu Abagri arrest. Plus, Subri raid exposes Boko conflict secrets as ashes of conflict trace back to Galamsey pits at Abrewa Ninkrine. You know that story, Sixtus?
No.
Oh, so apparently there's a community called Abrewa Ninkrine. That community is not on the map. Nobody knows about that community, but it houses over 3,000 people, close to 10,000 people
Ghana.
in this Ghana. It's a Galamsey community. Almost everything there is illegal. Why are you laughing?
First off, they are not on the map.
No, they are not on the map.
Now everything that goes on there.
How are they not on the map?
No.
They are certainly under a district.
But nobody knows about them.
Oh, how? Somebody knows about them.
So relax.
But is there a community also called Yumubega in Accra?
Called what?
No, Yumubega is a slang.
It's a slang.
Yeah.
Okay, just to check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abrewa Ninkrine. It was so the police, military, mining task force people. They had to burn their entire house, the houses in the community. They touched every house.
They didn't know it was a proper settlement.
Because it is not a proper settlement.
The community is an illegality.
The community. So it's a place people are living. Over 5,000 people are living there. That community, there are over 5,000 people. 4,999 of them, they are Galamseyers. Half of them are doing activities that support Galamsey. So there's prostitution, child prostitution, everything like that's going on there.
Wow.
So
illicit drugs.
It's like that.
That would come with gambling.
So just went there. How will you go
Do they
and
have schools?
No.
Do they have hospitals?
No.
Do they have churches?
How will you go to Galamsey place and go and build a church and a hospital? So the soldiers went there and they went to burn every house in the place. They went there hopefully to arrest the people. They thought there were like some 2,000 people there.
Yeah.
So when they went there, there were more than 2,000. And the man said they won't get
No space. Unless you convert the place now to the prison.
They don't get jail to put them. So let's burn the place. Oh, what happened just about 2 days ago?
So is it like the case that people move from one community to the other, from one community to a mining site, like this thing that you say you are going to Bobra, so you move from your village to this place where there's some economic activity to go and Bobra. Then you move from your community to this place.
And then 2, 3, 4, 5.
By the time I realize all 5 of us we are in that community.
I don't know whether Johnny, did you hear that story?
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll
I
have
watched the story. I saw the senior officer, the military man, explaining, and I saw the place in flame. It reminded me so much of a soldier bar at the Kroma Circle area. There was a similar raid there, except to say that they were arrested. The place has been demolished as it is now. But it raises a bigger question. As to how a place with such a population, with all the things that the soldier described to us, the officer described, could come up over time, and everybody else is. Because when you go to a typical village, there's the chief, there's a Dikro, there's this, there's that, there's Mrantehini, Nkoswohini. So you cannot just walk in there and start doing something on your own
and start your own village.
Yes, you can't start your village within the village.
Maybe it's indeed a no man's land though.
Yeah, no.
There's no such as
there's no such. A village is next to a village, another village. So those who have
there can be islands in the forest.
No. You see, so the point is that even the villages, maybe Sixtus can bear me out. Even the villages that we all know have their demarcations, like how nations have their demarcations. So you know that when you get to this point, you are now transcending this border to enter this circle. You get the point?
Yeah.
So you cannot say that, I was there as the chief, I was there as the Dikra, I was there as the Chami, I was there as the Asafohin or the warrior king, and these things started and it happened on my blind side. I didn't see it. And 2,000 people who are not your citizens and nationals, right, including people who are not your citizens and nationals, come to set up a whole base. 2,000 people, no be joke.
The man said
5,000.
They went to arrest 2,000 people. They prepared for 2,000 people.
When they got
there,
5,000.
2,000. It's more than close to 10,000.
Close to 10,000.
So we can't get place to put you.
So
in. So
you ask yourself, the village people themselves, how many are they? you see what I'm talking about? Because they'll be if they don't have. Let's assume that without admitting that they don't have potable water, so they are using a river or a stream as their source of water.
Yeah.
People are now sharing with them, along with their cattle and everything else. If the farmlands that they depend on for feeding, right? People are now destroying them, so they are sharing with them, right? They are sharing nearly everything with them. And that's why I'm saying that the local authority, I mean, I'm not talking about government local authority. I'm talking about traditional authority. Did they not see these people, or they pretended that,
it actually highlights.
I was talking about with this hawkers matter.
Yeah.
One person goes there, nobody says anything. His sister comes to join him, nobody says. Now the auntie will also come. Nobody will go and call some friend who was hawking elsewhere. Say, this place, we have a new spot to come and join us. By the time you realize it's become a matter.
Then among them, they will elect a leader. Who will be dealing with the local assembly. So when the assembly people come to do their raid, they say, Charlie, I hear contributions for their money.
You see why fixing Galamsey would be a challenge that I don't know if we'll ever be able to really fix, because you see what you've just said right now highlights the fact that one way or the other, the leaderships of those community, the leadership of that community is complicit, because they cannot be there without you knowing. They cannot be there without your permission. They cannot be there without your support. So it clearly tells you that the leadership of these various communities are very complicit. Number two, from what you've said, if the people came to settle there, by all means, if they are still there, it means that the community supports it or is part of it.
Yes, they know about it.
So until we fix these things, fix the community involvement, fix the leadership involvement. This thing too.
So when they burn down the houses, what did they do with the people?
So they left them. Don't get
is there it's another exodus. It's another exodus.
So when we were watching the video,
and they'll rebuild.
But the military said they'll be there for a while. Some people were carrying their mattress.
And the concerning part of this for me is that usually when you do one bust in a crime situation, that is usually like about 1% of the total problem. So it means that there's a likelihood that there are 99 other 10,000 communities gathered around doing Galamsey that we are not aware of.
That's not in debate at all. What for me is the problem is this our touch and go attitude.
Yeah.
Where we all, believe that, let's go and show them small soldier firepower and, after some time we come back. I have never believed in that approach. Right from when we said we're going to do Operation Vanguard. Put soldiers, police and immigration men in the bush after we had jointly killed Major Maxwell Mahama. Captain Mahama and giving him another rank to say he's now a major.
Yeah, and now we've added blue water guards up to
but I'm saying that we killed.
He's also a blue water guard.
No, I'm saying we've added. The soldiers couldn't. Now we've added blue water guard civilians who are.
But you see, the blue water guard thing is a metamorphosed version of what they call the river guards. You remember river guards?
Yeah.
So we killed Major Maxwell Mahama. Then we put 400 police, soldiers, and immigration officers into the bush. We now come and learn that some of them are now finding the place more lucrative as compared to where they were, because when they go and work at the gala sites, they get stuff. Then we see soldiers guarding Galamsey sites for people to do their own things.
Yeah.
I mean, so it clearly tells you that this approach we are using now won't work, no matter how you want to tweak it.
At all.
So what do we do? In other serious countries, they will shoot and kill. Because
which is the reason CSO is calling for the state of emergency, so that if you declare a state of emergency, it then gives you a certain ambit
within your right
to work.
Yes.
So that everybody knows that.
But if you alone are poisoning the water that we will all drink, you want to kill all of us. We should jointly join to kill you. But you want to spoil everything for us. What are you talking about? Do you understand? You alone will and carry mercury, cyanide, and the rest. Then you put in the water that we will all drink.
We should rather take you to a place that you can only drink the water that you pollute.
Which is not possible, because the river is flowing into another stream. It is flowing now. It will come into the sea. People. It's a whole chain.
Johnny wants to behave like Nzuba.
No. I'm just I have hair. I'm just saying that if you decide that you alone want to endanger all of our lives, we should find a way to endanger yours too. We have joked.
Makia, you wanted to say what?
I cringe a bit with these.
No, we have joked, and I want to finish my point. We have joked with this thing for a very, very long time. Look, you go into a Galamsey mining pit, and then you arrest the people who are laborers. And I've always said that, look, this Galamsey thing goes all the way to the top. None of the people in the pits can afford to buy an excavator. Only an excavator bakobo. The people in the pit, none of them can afford to buy a pump action gun. Do you know how much that costs? To buy cartridges to even fuel it, to start firing at people. Do you know how much mercury is, how expensive mercury is? Cyanide. Right? And these people are paid by a day. Who brings the money and where is the money coming from? Follow the money. Follow the excavator. Find out who brought it into the country, who cleared it, with clearing agent, whose name is on it.
And that's not difficult to do at all.
It is not difficult. Whenever you go into the pit and you catch the boys and you handcuff 7 of them, and then you come and put them, media follows you, and then you take photo, and then you go and put them in cells, and then you say, Aisha want their own prosecutor, we not do this. When we catch foreign nationals, we will deport them. You are giving them a free right to go home. They have destroyed you are giving them a free right to go. That's just one leg of it. 2, at every Galamsey site, and the Galamseyers themselves have told us, the small miners, we have been speaking to them. At every Galamsey site, there are generators, there are weapons, there's cash. Have you ever in this country, since we started this so-called Galamsey fight, heard anybody who goes to do a raid to come and say, when we went there, we found this small bag of gold or this small bag of diamond? They don't declare it. I'm telling you that
because they don't keep them there. They don't keep the
I'm
gold
saying
at the
that you are mining gold. right? And you are almost about closing. And I have come to pounce on you. And I have raided all of you. I caught you. I didn't see the generator you were using. I didn't see the water pump you were using. I didn't see the gun you were using.
I carried them away before you
I
came.
didn't see the lights that you were using, right? Because sometimes you might have worked overnight. I didn't see all the other things. I didn't see the cash that you used to pay the boys by day. I didn't see gold, diamond, or any other mineral. All I saw were
human beings
who were there. All these other things I didn't see. How do you think that then we'll bend one excavator and say, oh, we are fighting Galamsey? We are joking.
That's what Johnny is saying. It's true.
We are joking.
We hear Galamsey raid, Galamsey. We never.
Nobody declares the money. Nobody declares the cash.
After a long day of working, at least there's some rest.
One or two.
By the time we get there, no. By the time you get there,
After destroying the water all day, you even have something.
by the time you get there, the one that is there, they are yet to wash it. So it's just sand. So
we never hear that story.
The man who is representing the big man, who usually have the bag strapped, who will be paying the people, will be the one who will receive to say, and then my Ejuma crowd. And based on that, say, oh,
collect this.
Yeah.
Now, that man, was he not there when you went for the raid?
No, he was on break.
You did not find the bag.
And you know the interesting thing? I saw a video.
He had gone to pee.
So I'm saying that, look, find 10 influential people, 10 big people who are neck deep into this. If you work your way around who owns excavator, who owns this concession, who owns this, and jail them, make an example of them.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Johnny,
This nonsense will stop.
You think we don't know this?
That's what I'm saying, that we know
this.
Stop this Adango Dada J attitude. They will not go anywhere.
So when you go into the bush and you go and arrest some boys who have traveled from my village to come and look for school fees and go back and go and do then you arrest them.
Do you know the interesting thing? I saw this video from the Galamsey side. They have finished the Galamsey for the day. Chairman was about to go. They say, come. Then they scan it. When you pass the machine, I do ring, ring, ring. So even they are able to keep tabs. Then you tell me when to do bus and we didn't see anything.
Chairman is a golden fish.
When you pass it, I do ring, say,
How many gold?
Chairman is a golden man.
And for me, it's the like TikToks and videos that they openly make. I mean, they're in their own world.
Look, it's not that they are in their own world though. They know that when you arrest them, they will go scot-free. Look,
No, not
go
even that.
track the people who have been arrested in the Galamsey pits. You sometimes find Ghanaians, you find some Chinese nationals or foreign nationals with them, right? Track from 2017 when we started this operation, Vanguard, Galamstop, Halt 1 and 2, all the things, and this new one that Amakofi Boy is doing, right? Track and tell me. Let's do a fact, and this one maybe we will have to take it on. Let's do a sheet of say, okay, we arrested 10 people at Asankregwa, 10 people at Mansonkren, 10 people at this. Okay, how many of them were jailed? How many of them were not? What punishment was given to them? Are they back in the system? Are they not back in the system? Are they finished serving their term? Because we said 15 years, up to 15 years. Now, up to 15 years, between 2017 and 2024 or 2025, is it even 10 years?
You recall the headline that said that the 4 Chinese, when they got to court, they said they had died.
Died and been cremated.
Yes, the 3 Chinese had died and have been cremated, but the Ghanaian
they were alive.
they can't pay.
And you see, the reason why these issues are quite even more concerning is in one of the videos that I watched from the Galamsey sites, the young ladies in there said, Ejuma Ben never to meet you 1,000 cedis per day. 1,000 cedis per day.
10 million.
No, the infant said, oh, sorry. Let's imagine that you work 5 days a week. You don't work Saturday and Sunday. That's 5,000 cedis. In a month, that's easy 20,000 cedis. Now, look at the shocking report. Less than 80% of public sector workers in Ghana earn less than 3,000 cedis.
The Lord
The figure again.
Less than 80%. This is a 2023 report. Less than 80% of public sector workers, those who have jobs that are secure, they earn less than 3,000.
And that 3,000 doesn't take them
But
to
you know that if we make that argument, I'm Roberts and more, much more.
It's okay.
You did the analysis on why this will continue to happen,
Right.
And that is why he's bringing.
I get it, but I'm saying that that young lady maybe does not know that I'm Roberts and more. with just one. They don't have to do plenty, just one big bang. Yeah. Then if they attack a bullion van, for example, they will earn more. Then those who do like hookup, the
risk of death.
About that, this one in the long run, you also die.
It's higher in robbery.
Yeah, but I'm saying that eventually, like the hookup Pro Max, the hookup Pro Max, some of them too make more than 5,000 a day.
Yeah.
So you depend on what you will, but at the end of the day, the hookup person is she endangering her life? All of us. The armed robber, is he endangering her life? All of us. The Galamsey person, I'm looking at the bigger picture. How is your activity?
Every danger is danger. Every danger.
Robbers don't endanger.
So if we see robbers, armed robbers, and we have a shoot to kill order for them, why can't we see Galamseyers who are also endangering our lives and have a shoot to kill order for them?
Please, there's a comment from Francis Abeshamo. He says, Johnny, it's true. I have never seen any Galamsey arrest
will not declare
that involves even 1 carat of gold in
They will not